Sure. First of all, always appreciate having you guys out here, and I apologize early now for the sniffles. All of a sudden, my allergies are kicking in today. But before I get started, I was told I need to make sure I shout out our concession squad for hooking the media up with a taste of what our fans will have. This opportunity to purchase at our games this year brought the cheesy crab pretzel, the chicken and maple waffles fries, the brisket platter, and a lot more. So I got my NIL deal done. Hopefully you guys enjoy the food in the back. But no, let's shift to what's really important, which is coming off of a really strong camp. We broke camp Saturday with a mock scrimmage where we work on the what-ifs of things happening, the little things, the minuscule details that come into play as you game manage. We're super healthy. We feel like we're pretty healthy coming out of it. Got a lot of young guys, a lot of snaps, and we'll continue to develop them throughout the course of this season. Most importantly, as I said earlier, we came out healthy. When you look at FAU, a completely different team than a year ago, a lot of unknowns for us, as I'm sure they have a lot of unknowns about us. They got a new head coach, Zach Kitley, a 34-year-old guy that's got a background, a Texas Tech background, which, having played against Texas Tech's teams and a byproduct of Sonny Cumbie, he's an air raid guy, so we expect them to be a Texas Tech-like air raid system on offense, and that's his background, his wheelhouse. Had a lot of success early at Houston Baptist. Also spent some time as well with, I think, coming back Texas Tech, obviously, and then Houston Baptist before he went to Western Kentucky, where he had Bailey Zapke, really good quarterback. So a guy that knows what he's doing on offense. He has a team that has 55 newcomers, transfers, very similar setup to where we are, and a revamped defense that has a few Big Ten people on the roster. I know their Mike linebacker, former Minnesota player, Cam Rice, our D tackle, one of his teammates is there at FAU. But as always, when we open up, it's really not going to be about our opponent. It'll be about what we do, and that's what we'll focus on. Is we don't have a lot of information as to what they'll do, and so that's for us the important piece to make sure we know what we want to do. We talked about the frustration of 2024 season, and because of it, we've had a relentless work ethic throughout our building the last 273 days. That's how long it's been since we finished up in State College. I've seen firsthand the impact these coaches, these new players have had in our program. And much like you guys, I'm excited to see what they do in the shell on Saturday. Our game captains this week will be Alan Haran. We'll have Bryce McPherson, and we'll have Daniel Wingate. As you know, we do game captains here, and those three will be the first to lead us as we open our 2025 season. With that, I'll open it up to questions.
Hey, Mike, Gene Wong, The Washington Post. You mentioned coming out of camp healthy, specifically as that relates to the quarterback's room. We know Malik was a little bit limited at some points in camp, and Justin missed at least one practice we know of. Just how is their status going into the
Both are available to play Saturday. Okay. All three are available to play. Yeah.
And then what is success going to look like for you this year? How would you quantify it coming off 4-8 as opposed to 8-5 with a bowl win and with all new parts going into this season?
Yeah, I'll give you a good coaching axiom. Success is equal to production being greater than or equal to our expectation. And it's our expectation, not yours. And those are things we keep in-house. Our players know what our desires are. Our players know and understand what we have to do. Obviously, the goal is always to compete for Big Ten championships. We've created a foundation that I think will allow us to bounce back better because of the foundation to get back on track with competing to compete for Big Ten championships.
Mike, some might say that sunshine follows thunder. What gives you cause for confidence that this year's team will wash away the stain of 2024 and move forward?
Because I'm not worried about 2024. 2024 has no bearing. We're going to be defined in the present of what we do now. Every year, just like a play on offense, defense, and special teams, it dies. It doesn't come back. Unfortunately, I have to use that as a barometer for our team because it's where we were. But for us, 2024 will have zero bearing on 2025.
And if you could kind of slip into the eye of your mind, if you could defensively, so many new pieces and a new coordinator, even though it's a lot of the same stuff, what micro and macro things will you be looking for this Saturday?
I think the big thing is because of the newness, it's how quickly communication works. And I can tell you, based on the Texas Tech system, the one thing coming out of game one that I know will be a challenge for us is because of hopefully the way they play, if they play the way we expect them to, which is speed, pace, the no huddle, it's going to be really important on the defensive side of the ball with a bunch of new faces and new people, how they communicate, get the calls in, get aligned, and be able to execute the defensive structures that we call. So I would say communication will be the big thing for us in game one. And with the new team, that's the part for us that will work, and I'm sure as each game comes, we'll get better and better.
Hey, Mike. George Gerber,
G,
Washington
what's up,
Times.
G?
Good to see you. Since the beginning of camp to now, a position group or two that you can pinpoint that's made the most advancement or development or even surprised you in how they've come along and progressed now as you're right ahead of week one?
I'd say the quarterback room. I'd say the defensive backfield, whether it's the corners, the two additions at the corner position, Dante Joyner along with Jamar Glasker, and then you throw in a young player like Braden Lee, who's missed a lot of action a year ago with shoulder surgery that kept him out after playing early. I like the way that they've competed. I like the confidence that they're playing with. And then the quarterback room, just the confidence knowing that we can win with any of those three guys. And it's not just coach talk. We feel really good about the place that we're in at the quarterback position. Appreciate it. Thank you. Just kidding.
Coach, what's something that you've learned specifically about the grit that your team has through the scrimmages outside and some of the practices that you've had in the longer days?
It's hard to tell what we learn when we go against each other because we know so much. And that's why when I always talk about this is like Christmas for a coach is we really won't know what kind of team we have until we face adversity. In actuality, we faced our first bit of adversity yesterday, when we handed out the black jerseys, which consist of our developmental squad. And when that usually happens, you see a lot of long faces because a lot of these players we've recruited were stars wherever they come from. For the first time, they're relegated to maybe not being the star, and having to navigate that sometimes is a challenge. And as I've told you about getting back into that locker room, I really like the way that the young players or even the players that maybe aren't in pivotal roles going into this game, understand that everyone has an important role, whether you're a developmental player that helps us prepare for FAU or whether you're a young guy that's now has a chance to be a starter or a contributor. That's the first piece of adversity we faced as a team, and I like the way they've responded because the practice we had yesterday and our preparation for FAU was spirited. It had the energy and was not atypical of that Friday where all the bad stuff happens and all of a sudden you get a different color jersey with a different number. I thought they responded the right way.
Yes, Ali of Fairfax Public Access.
What's up, my
yes,
guy?
how you doing? Thank you for your time, Coach, and congrats on the new season.
Thanks.
Does every year when you start off feel different in your eyes?
Yeah, it's like having a child. I had 4 of them, and each one was a little bit different kind of delivery. So, I'm looking forward to this delivery Saturday to get a feel for who we are. This will give us an idea. It gives us the start, but as I said, I think as a young team, you'll see us probably get better each week because as we get familiar with our routine, I think 64% of our team has never played a game for us wearing the Terp uniform, that it'll be important for us to do a great job as we bring them along to make sure that we have the great communication as to where we are and the things we need to do to continue to improve.
For sure. One last thing. In terms of the training camp, the skill guys, who's giving you your quarterbacks opportunity to do their best on the practice field?
The O-line, for the quarterbacks, they're the saving grace for most quarterbacks because a strong run game for a young quarterback is really important, or an inexperienced quarterback. Their ability to protect, their ability to take care of them and keep them upright allows them to make the plays down the field to the receivers that we have, and I feel good about that group as a whole because I've seen them from the end of last season until now. With the pieces we've added, I've seen an improvement out of that group as well.
Hey, Locks, back here, up top. Good to see you.
Alex, what's up?
Not too much. About the quarterbacks, about each of them, what specifically have each of them shown in camp that's impressed you? And then in terms of deciding who's going to start, what goes into that process as you decide before game one?
You always have these long questions where I can't even remember them because I'm getting old, but start out with the first one and then.
Okay, yeah, so just the quarterbacks, with each of them, what has impressed you most about each one? Maybe like a real quick thing about each
Justin, athleticism, big arm. I would say Christian, his ability to process information and make he makes bad plays good because he's a big physical guy, and then Malik's maturity and the calmness that he brings kind of has the aura, and they all three. Those are the things that stand out to them as you just kind of say that, and I think all three of those guys have the ability to execute our system, and to me that's more important than any of those characteristics. And you know, I'm looking forward to seeing the guy trot out there and try to get it done.
And when you have three guys like that, what goes into deciding which one is going to start, and what's the process like for you with that?
The guy that gives us the best chance to win, and the guy that gives us the best chance to score points.
Have you decided yet?
I have.
But you'll tell us on.
You'll see when it trots out there with the
Just
first
checking.
play of the game. We've been down this road before.
I'm just checking just in
So
case
you
it
guys all
changes.
know it's not going to happen. The team knows, they know. It's in-house. We're moving forward. You guys will get a chance to see it. And there's no need to give FAU any advantages to who to prepare for or what to prepare for.
Sticking with the quarterbacks, but with the other team, Caden Volkamp comes over, obviously familiar with Zach Kitley's system. What kind of sticks out about him when you evaluate the film?
You know what? He's accurate. The ball comes out quick, so pass rush may not be as efficient against the guy and the expectation. Now, this is what we think we're going to see because there's not a full body of work. And so, again, for us, when you don't know, we're going to focus on what we need to do, and that's the communication on defense, getting lined up. The ability to maybe take away the quick hitting passes from a coverage standpoint to not allow them to get the ball on the perimeter, and then obviously tackling well. And I feel good about us going into game one tackling because we had a really physical camp, and I like the way our guys were able. If you can full speed thud tackle or full speed thud, tackling is usually a lot easier.
Hey, Coach Locksley.
Heather, what's up?
Hello, Heather McDonough, NBC4, representing for the ladies
Got you.
here. You're number 7, right? I mean,
Year 7.
you're lucky number
boy.
Lucky number 7. You've had ups, downs, good, bad. Just when you sit, I know you're thinking about the season, but when you kind of hear that and take time to reflect on being back here and now 7 years leading this program, what are just some of the thoughts that enter your mind?
I still pinch myself. This is still the place when I walked in, Coldfield House, as it was called before we named it the Jones Hill House facility. The excitement, the energy. I mean, I keep telling you, I grew up on this campus. And so for some people, it's a pit stop. For me, I've been here 17 years. All right, 17 seasons. Think about being a coach in this profession. Now, 3 different stints, but 17 years. So knowing where all the dead bodies are, knowing the history, knowing the traditions, I pinch myself every day, and every day I recognize it's a tremendous blessing to, as I like to say, you don't hope your way from Ballou High School to being the head coach of the University of Maryland. So very few things. Like I said, my give a crap gauge, I'll keep it PG-13 is on E. I love this job. I love what I'm doing.